Hello everybody, welcome back to Watch Time. So today, as you'll be able to tell, I'm going to talk about a brand called Holzkern. Now I speak a little bit of German, and that translates to pretty much wood core. And I think it's quite clear that the sort of unique selling point of this brand to an extent is the fact that it uses wood in its packaging and in its products. As far as I remember, the brand itself has existed for a couple, well, at least probably 4 or 5 years. And it's the kind of thing that you can get on Amazon, but they also have bricks and mortar stores as well. So this piece I bought in Berlin in Germany. So they must be doing okay to have physical stores as well. But as I say, you can find these on Amazon and various websites. They, to my, in my experience, I'll say, they're not popular, but it's not unusual to see one of these. There was a bit of a craze in the watch industry a couple of years ago where people really went for the wooden watch sort of thing. It still exists to an extent, of course, but it was a bit of a fad, really. But still, you could still get these things, and there's a lot of companies make wooden watches, and a lot of them more cheaply than this brand. But I'll show you what it's like, and I'll show you the packaging. So, as you can see, it comes in a wooden box. Naturally unique, it says on the side. So if you open it up, you get this here. That translates roughly to as unique as you. Unless I'm wrong. Yeah, so einzig wie du, yeah. So you get the a cushion that's made out of like cork material, so fairly unique for any brand really. And you get your warranty and your let's have a look. It's kind of instructions on 2 little pieces of wood. Oh, certificate of authenticity. Anyway, that's on the floor. And you get a 24-month guarantee there as well. So not bad, not bad. The packaging's quite unique, as I say. They've tried as much as they can to make everything out of wood, which is quite interesting. Because you got to remember, you're not paying thousands for these watches. They basically are a fashion watch. So I think for a fashion watch, they've went to quite they've put some effort in. So that's the packaging there. Now the piece itself, I might be able to tell you which model this is using this here. No, maybe not. But as I said, I went to a bricks and mortar store to buy this and didn't have this piece in mind. I was looking around for ages, and this is the one I like the most. It was a choice between 2. One was kind of a little bit Cartier tank-ish, the shape. And then there was this as well. Now, what I really do like about this is kind of, well, I would argue it's a pretty unique design. Fairly unique. It's not the standard watch. I do like the wooden bezel. I like the wooden dial. And it has a, rather than just being one of those kind of nasty snapback cases, it is a screwback case as well, so it's decent manufacturing, I would say. I like the leather strap because I think the wooden straps, they're fairly difficult to get the exact size because they don't tend to have micro adjustment. So this was the one for me. Now I'm aware that this wouldn't be the one for everybody, but this video is about what we're talking about, the general build quality here, what to expect. Now I can't lie, everybody, I cannot lie, this is well made. And as you've seen from other videos on my channel, I've talked before about fake pieces, I've talked about real high-end pieces, so I think I'm fairly clued up on quality, and I do think this is a good quality watch. The details in it are very sharp, so the indices are very sharp. There's no manufacturing fault, so everything's smooth, it's equal, it's well done. As I say, they could have just put a snapback case on or whatever, but they haven't. They've done a screwed down case, which usually you wouldn't find on a watch this, this cheap. They've got quick release straps, The strap is real leather. I mean, well, it's not real leather, it's genuine leather, which isn't quite as good as real leather, but it's decent. It has a signed buckle as well. It has a signed crown. So no matter which way you look at it, there are some elements of quality in this. Now, is this a high horology piece? No, of course not. But you know, it's not expensive either in terms of watch making. I can't remember the exact price that I paid for this, but it was definitely less than 120 euros. It was probably around 100 euros. And I think really for the average consumer who's just looking for an interesting sort of piece, I don't think that's too bad. I actually really like the wooden bezel. It's something, to my knowledge, that higher luxury brands haven't really done anything like that. I know there was a coffee watch at one point, made out of coffee grains and a few other things, you know, unusual things. But really, I don't think the wood thing has been tapped into very much. Is it a gimmick? Well, perhaps, but it's been going on for quite a while now, and the quality is pretty decent, I have to say. So, although I can only speak about a few Holzkern watches that I've, you know, had personal experience with over the years, I do think that they're pretty decent, if I'm honest. The packaging's good. The customer service was really good in the shop as well. The quality is really decent for the money, because you've got to bear in mind, like other fashion watches which cost double this and nowhere near as sharp and well finished. This brand is not well known enough to sell completely on name, in my opinion. For example, somebody like Emporio Armani or whatever, those sorts of watches, they're a high price and not really a high quality. Whereas these, you know, they're not as well known. So they have to put a bit of effort into the manufacturing process and have something a bit that's, you know, it is a bit unique. The drawbacks are really, yeah, you could argue they are still pricey. But really for me, that's it. I think my experience with them is that this is really quite decent. And I do wear it, actually. I don't regret buying it. So if you're after something that's not too expensive, decent, fairly unique, they have many different styles and options, not just completely wooden, as you may have seen online. Ones like this, which are leather as well, leather strap. So it's worth having a look and just seeing if there's anything you like. They make quartz, they make automatic pieces, but I think it's worth a look if you're looking at something in this price range. Now, I do want to point out that I have no affiliation with the brand whatsoever. I'm way too much of a small-time YouTube channel to have anything like that, so this is not biased. And if you look at my other videos, I do talk about various other pieces. I don't just talk about fashion watches. There's many things up there. So, as I say, you can partly take my word for it that these are very decent. Obviously, if you have any other opinions, let me know below. If you own one of these and want to talk about it, please do let me know your thoughts. And I will see you all next time.